they're in trouble. They sit at 500 this late in the season for the first time since 2017. The Chiefs have lost 3 out of their last 4 games. Yep. It does not get much easier with the surging Texans on deck now. So the Chiefs currently have a 41% chance to make the playoffs. That drops to 14% with the loss on Sunday, according to ESPN Analytics. Kansas City currently favored to win in each of its 5 remaining games. They have the 4th easiest remaining schedule, again, according to our analytics. The Chiefs have not missed the playoffs, should be a note here, since 2014. Feels like a must-win situation, but if the Chiefs do miss the postseason, would that change the way we look at Patrick Mahomes?
I think it would. I think for me it would, especially when you're talking. You just showed the exact reason why it should. We've lost the last 3 or 4 for the Kansas City Chiefs, and now we are supposed to win. We are favored to win in every one of those games by 65% or higher. That means we're not winning those games if we don't get in the playoffs. So that means we are on a slide as a football team. And here's what I would say about the Patrick Mahomes portion of it. We have all, including myself, and still do, think he is probably the best that's ever done it to this point in his career. It has been a remarkable watch, what he's been capable of doing and what he has done for this franchise. But we can't act like that he hasn't been part of the issues that have happened with the Chiefs. He's thrown more interceptions late in games and done things that have just, and we talk about it, we're like, that's just not normal for Patrick Mahomes. Now, he doesn't have a run game. There's a lot of things. The offensive line hasn't been as good. There's a lot of reasons. It's not excuses. There are reasons. But I think when you looked at Patrick Mahomes, everybody just thought, we just throw whatever we want, and this guy's always going to get us to the Super Bowl, and that's been the expectation. And the problem for me is it's not that we made the playoffs. You're talking about if they don't make the playoffs. You still have a little less than a third of the season left over. If we don't make the playoffs, that means we are in a spiral, which would be shocking to me. But if they did miss the playoffs, it would make me look at Patrick Mahomes differently, because I just wouldn't expect a player in the prime with the – listen, we got Rice, we got Worthy, we got Kelce. Like, we have a plethora of players that when they first came out, everybody's like, oh, this is going to be a Kansas City offense of old. They haven't really been that. So there's a lot of things that go to this that just make you go in again. It's all predicated on them not making the playoffs, which is a big if. But if they don't, I think you see them differently.
Yeah, last time I checked, football was a team game. Patrick Mahomes, can't block it up. He can't catch the passes. Go back to that Dallas Cowboys game in the fourth quarter. Hits Rashee Rice on the third down, right in his hands, and drops the ball.
No doubt.
I mean, the guy gave you over 200 yards passing and 4 touchdowns, no picks.
Agreed.
I mean, he really can't play much better than what you saw, and yet his team still came up on the short end of it.
Right.
And his defense that he's been able to rely on in the past allowed the Cowboys to hang 31 points on him. So, listen, I'm not saying that Mahomes is blameless in all of this, but I do think that attrition and the accumulative effect of all of the successive postseason runs that they've been on since 2018 is starting to catch up with this Kansas City squad. We're starting to see this organization at an inflection point where they've got to retool the core of players in order to continue to contend at the level that we're accustomed to them seeing them. But Patrick Mahomes is arguably the greatest quarterback that we've seen post Tom Brady.
Agreed.
He's a top 5 player at the position all time.
I agree with that 100%. There's no argument to be made of how good he has been to this point. If they don't make the playoffs, you just put the graphic up of their expectation to win the next games they have. If they don't make the playoffs, that means they don't win these games or a majority of these games.
They have a 41% chance to make the playoffs right now.
Yeah.
Okay. With the win, the chance to make the playoffs would go up to 56. With the loss, it would drop to 14.
Right. And you're talking about these teams, the expectations of what Patrick Mahomes has been able to do in the past. They've already lost 3 or 4, bro. I'd have never thought they lost 3 or 4. Like, I'll be honest with you, I didn't think they would lose last week. I mean, and as good as the Cowboys offense was, I thought they would find a way. But you can't give him all his flowers and then act like he doesn't have any culpability in the losses.
Let's let Stephen A. get in here. Go ahead, Stephen A.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Oh, my God.
You should be ashamed.
You?
I mean, I can't believe the drivel that's come out of your mouth today. You got to be kidding me. How shameful. I mean, I thought you were a member of the NFL fraternity. I thought you were protective of people in terms of what they bring to the table on a week-in, week-out basis, spanning.
They say every dynasty eventually faces its moment of truth, that turning point where greatness is questioned, where legends are tested, where the entire identity of a franchise hangs in the balance. And right now, Chiefs Kingdom is living through one of those moments. Kansas City is 6-6. The season has been a grind, a bruising test of patience, grit, and loyalty. But hidden beneath the frustration and the uncertainty is an even bigger, more emotional storyline. The possibility that we are witnessing the final chapter of Travis Kelce's extraordinary NFL career. For over a decade, Travis Kelce has been the heartbeat of this offense. When Mahomes needed a miracle, Kelce was there. When the Chiefs needed energy, swagger, leadership, Kelce delivered. He has broken records, reinvented the tight end position, dominated playoff games, and built a legacy that will carry him straight into Canton one day. But this season has felt different. The production is no longer effortless. The separation is harder to create. The hits are heavier. The recovery takes longer. Even the moments of brilliance, and yes, they still come, feel harder earned. Against the Cowboys on Thanksgiving, Kelce posted 45 yards and a touchdown. Years ago, that would have been considered a disappointing performance for him. Today, fans called it solid. That shift in expectation says everything. The decline has been gradual, noticeable, and impossible to ignore. And at 36 years old, for the first time, retirement is no longer a rumor tossed around for clicks. It is a real, looming decision. One that NFL Hall of Famer Cris Carter believes Kelce should embrace, not with regret, not with disappointment, but with pride. Carter said Kelce is being offered something rare in professional sports, a high-level exit, a chance to walk away as a star, not a fading shadow of one. And that's the part people forget. In the NFL, most players don't get to choose how they leave. They get pushed out. Their bodies fail. The league stops calling. But Kelce is different. He still has impact. He still commands attention. He still has the respect of his peers, the love of his fan base, and the presence to transition into a second career instantly. His personality, his voice, his charisma, they were built for a life beyond football. Broadcasting, podcasting, television, entertainment. Doors are already open for him. He doesn't need to beg for another season. He doesn't need to chase relevance. He already has it. And that is why this moment is so emotional for Chiefs fans. Because losing Kelce isn't just losing a tight end. It's saying goodbye to an era of unstoppable offense, impossible comebacks, and unforgettable playoff runs. An era where Mahomes to Kelce was the most feared connection in football. When those two were in rhythm, defenses had no answer. When things broke down, Mahomes always knew where to find number 87. But as heavy as this moment feels, there is another side to it, a hopeful side, a side that honors everything Kelce has done and looks forward to what Kansas City can still become. If Kelce retires, I believe he leaves the Chiefs in a position of evolution, not collapse. Kansas City has been quietly building depth at the position, grooming young receivers and reshaping the offense to prepare for the future. Kelce stepping away doesn't erase Mahomes' greatness. It doesn't erase Andy Reid's brilliance. It doesn't erase the culture this franchise has developed over a decade of excellence. It simply creates space for the next generation to rise. Every dynasty that survives reinvents itself, and the Chiefs, with Mahomes under center, are never truly starting from zero. And let's be honest, Kelce deserves to choose happiness. He has given everything to this franchise, his body, his passion, his heart. If he feels it's time to preserve his health, embrace new opportunities, and enjoy the freedom he has earned, who are we to question it? Especially when the Chiefs still have a path forward, still have leadership, still have a core strong enough to compete. Kelce's story doesn't end with Kansas City falling apart. It ends with Kansas City standing on his shoulders, ready to begin a new chapter because of the foundation he helped build. And that, to me, is not a tragedy. It is a tribute. So now I turn to you, Chiefs Kingdom. What do you think? If this truly is the final stretch of Travis Kelce's legendary NFL career, how should he go out? Should he call it a career while still respected, still relevant, still loved? Or should he fight for one more season, one more playoff push, one more chance at a ring with Patrick Mahomes? Tell me your thoughts in the comments. Do you believe Kelce is nearing his final snap? And how do you feel about what comes next for the Chiefs? If you believe in this team, in this culture, and in the heart of this kingdom, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and stay with us as the story continues. Because no matter what happens next, Chiefs Kingdom stands together. Always.